Most people think anxiety is something you need to fix, something that holds you back. But what if it's actually the thing that gives you an edge? Comedian Mark Norman might be one of the best examples of this.
Hey, that's why I'm a comedian, because I got to get love somewhere. Whoops, sorry, is that a Me Too? All right.
If you buy a nice shirt, you can feel it. Same with a prostitute.
Waffle House. Oh, shit, sir. Really got that out through your one tooth. All right.
Because the same traits that make him anxious are the exact traits that make him elite. If you don't know Mark Norman, he's a stand-up comedian known for rapid-fire jokes, insane timing, and this kind of awkward but super self-aware delivery. He's been on podcasts like Joe Rogan, has his own show, Tuesdays with Stories, and he's built a reputation as one of the sharpest comics out right now. But behind all that is a guy who openly talks about anxiety, and not in a vague way, like real everyday anxiety, social awkwardness, overthinking conversations, hyper-awareness of how he comes across, constant internal dialogue. He's always thinking, analyzing, adjusting in real time.
Thoughts are not good. My God, this whole time I thought I loved music. Turns out I just hate my brain. How do you do it with anxiety? I think you gotta, the more you do, the less anxiety you have.
Yeah.
So if you get over that hump of fear and doubt, then the anxiety kind of goes away. Mm-hmm. Like, I get scared to do stand-up, but that's why I do it.
Right.
And then you get up there and it goes away. So once you just do it, if you think about it, oh, how am I going to do it? How's it going to go? That's when the anxiety kicks in. Just do the fucking thing. Go do the open mic. Go ask the girl out. Go do whatever.
And if you're watching this, you probably recognize that feeling. Here's where it gets interesting, because those same traits most people hate are exactly what makes him great. He reads the room instantly. He knows what's working and what's not, and he adjusts. He picks up on micro reactions, tightens the delivery, and knows when to pivot. That's anxiety, but that's also awareness.
Start watching football, and then you could save all your burps and your farts for the game.
All right, I didn't know this was tea time over here at the Cross residence.
It's...
What is this, Downton Abbey? Huh? Etiquette class?
Most people overthink and spiral down. He overthinks and refines. Replays conversation, tweaks wording, finds better angles. He's doing reps in his head constantly. Anxiety doesn't let you relax, and that's uncomfortable. But it also pushes you. There's a fear of bombing. There's desire to improve, a constant sharpening. That pressure, that's fuel. Anxiety is like rocket fuel. It can blow you up at the launch pad, or it can shoot you to the moon. Norman talks about awkwardness, the weird thoughts, the stuff most people hide. And that's why people connect with him.
You think lack of comfort's what's keeping me up at night, and that's the problem, really? That's this goddamn Japanese game show I got going up here, right? Yeah, it's the worry, the anxiety, the dread. I don't need a mattress designed by NASA. I need a Xanax of some self-esteem, all right? Come on, comfort. I could sleep on a gravel road if I had a good childhood.
There are an estimated 40 million Americans suffering from anxiety disorders, making it the most common mental health disorder in the US. Most people with anxiety try to escape it. They avoid situations, they numb it with pills and alcohol, they try to stay safe, and they use distractions like their phone, TV, music, or anything to not think those thoughts. Mark does the opposite. He leans into it. He uses it. I felt this myself, especially when I was doing podcast interviews. There was pressure not to mess up. I'd overthink questions. I wanted it to go well. I wanted to prepare. And honestly, that anxiety is what made me prepare more, listen better, and show up sharper. It didn't hurt me, it helped me. Guests would even comment on all the research I would do, like, wow, how did you know all that?
But so it was while in college, this is when you first started doing stand-up at a place called Lucy's Retired Surfer Bar? Tell me about that. Tell me about that.
You're good.
So maybe the goal is not to eliminate anxiety completely. Maybe it's to understand it and use it. Reframe the anxiety as awareness. The anxiety is a preparation signal. The anxiety is an edge. What if the thing you've been trying to fix is actually the thing that could make you great?